Hello students, welcome to Legacy IAS Academy. In today's video, we are going to discuss about inflammatory remarks that has come from the Gurpatwant Singh Pannun, who is a Sikh separatist and also a declared terrorist by the government of India. He has made an inflammatory remark where he has claimed that the Indian Punjab, referring to the state of Punjab, and also he has referred to the Sikh soldiers of Indian military, would stand with Pakistan like a backbone in the event of war. As you know that after the last week's attack in the Pahalgam by the terrorists who largely were supported and also may have come from the Pakistani side, the risk of war between both countries has continuously increased. It is in this regard, Gurpatwant Singh Pannun, who is associated with a party called a Sikh for Justice that is largely based in the United States and Canada, he has asserted that in the event of war, Indian Punjab would stand with Pakistan like a backbone. Not only that, he also is trying to serve his own interest by appealing to Pakistan, where he has said that in the context of the Sikh supporting Pakistan, which again we'll discuss later on, decipher that it is totally a baseless, what you can call as this baseless statement. He has urged Pakistan to support Khalistan demand by raising the issue in the United Nations and also by supporting the referendum for the Khalistan. If India attacks Pakistan, he also has made a remark, it will be the final war for India and Punjab will be free from the Indian occupation as such. If you try to understand the background of this entire development, as I told you that in the last week, a deadly deadly terror attack this occurred in the Pahalgam region of Jammu and Kashmir, where the terrorists who came from the other side of the border actually assassinated about 26 different innocent civilians. Now, PM Modi has given in this context a free hand to the armed forces to choose their date, time and target of retaliation. And it is after this announcement, many of the ministers of Pakistan, politicians of Pakistan have what you can call as given a statement and even held a press conference where they have said that there is a high risk that India is going to carry out imminent attack in the Pakistan territory in a period of 2 to 3 days. They also have threatened that in case India goes ahead with the war and attack, there can be a nuclear war and Pakistan is not shying away or not shy away from attacking India with nuclear weapons as well. So it is in this context we have to understand the entire controversial nature of the remark that has come from the Pannu. Now, if we try to understand, Pannu in the video message also has cautioned the Sikh soldiers in the Indian army, because you know that we have read Sikh regiment in the Indian army who has fought valiantly in all the previous wars, whether it is 1947, 1965, 71, 99 with Pakistan, or whether it is 1962 war in the with the China. So he has cautioned against joining any kind of anticipated attack on Pakistan that is orchestrated by India. He also has warned the Sikh youth against enlisting in the Indian military and has claimed that it is the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, it is his politics. If they follow his politics, it could leave them orphan as such. Not only that, he even has made a preposterous claim that Punjabis on the Indian side of border would serve langar to the Pakistani army in the event of war. Now, if you apply any common sense, it clearly seems that he is either out of touch or he is using the strategy of Pahalgam terror attack for serving his own interest, that is a political interest where he wants to remain relevant by continuously raising the issue of Khalistan. Now, this controversial remark, if you try to understand, it seems similar to the remark that was made by another Pakistani politicians few days back by Palwasha Muhammad Jai Khan. So he also has made similar remark about the support of Sikh for the Pakistan on the Indian side, and now Pannu seems to be reiterating the same line as such. Now, what else he has said is now is the time to say no to Narendra Modi's jingoistic war. He has also said the Sikh soldiers and the Punjabis do not fight against Pakistan. Pakistan is not your enemy. And why he says it? Because he says that Pakistan will be and is a friendly country for Sikh people, and which he claims that later on when he will get the Khalistan or Khalistan become separate from India, and once we liberate Punjab, that is the inflammatory terms and remarks he has used, Pakistan will be our neighbor as such. Now, let us try to understand who is Gurpatwant Singh Pannu. In simple terms, we can say that he is a US-based Khalistani terrorist. However, he has a citizenship of both countries, US as well as Canada. Though he poses as a Torn in the United States of America and he represents Sikh for Justice Party, actually, if you look at his political journey and political statement, he seems to be consistently propagating the Khalistani sentiments and often issues threats against India. And the nature of threat we can understand from the fact that many times he has actively promoted violence against the Indian diplomats who are stationed in countries such as UK, US, and Canada, wherever you have the pro-Khalistani Sikh faction where they are living. Not only that, in the September 2024, he also has launched attack on the Hindu community of Canada, where he has warned them to return back to India as such. Not only that, he indirectly has threatened to blow up the Air India plane as well. Now, due to this kind of actions, the government of India has reacted sternly, and he is declared as a terrorist under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act of India. Not only that, his political party, that is Sikh for Justice, also has been declared as an unlawful assembly and has been relegated as a terrorist party. Now, also, if you try to look at the link between Gurpatwant Singh Pannun and Pakistan, many experts argue that he is nothing but the brainchild of Pakistan's ISI, Inter-Services Intelligence, for its own benefit, for its own use, so that he can keep propagating what you can call as anti-India sentiment, pro-Khalistani sentiments, and that will actually create internal disturbances and problems with India, because that is the general strategy of Pakistan as such. The reason is very simple, because Pakistan knows that in the case of conventional military warfare, Pakistan do not have edge to fight war against India. That is why they follow this asymmetrical strategy, we can say, where they try to create internal variance, internal disturbances, they try to create internal division in India based on the religious sentiments and all. And the recent attack, if we talk about, is also one example of same, and the statement coming from Pannu can also be considered as the extension of the same theatrics as well. Now, the reason why such messages are being propagated on the social media, on different platforms by Pannu, first we can understand that he is talking about the Sikh as a separate military group. That means he believes that the Sikh of the Indian army will not act in the interest of India as a nation, rather they will act in the interest of their own religion. That again is nothing but a preposterous remark. So the reason can be to create internal division in the Indian army. Second is internal division within the country as well, on the basis of region, as we have discussed, because he is targeting Sikh religion and Punjabis and trying to portray their interest as different from India's interest. So this is a strategy that is adopted by many of the insurgent groups and terror groups, not only in India, but other part of the world also. You see a similar kind of roadmap they adopt, where they try to create internal division, internal rebellion, by dividing people on the lines of the what you can call as a different identity. So here he is using the Sikh identity and the Punjabi identity. Third is also it's his own interest, because he is trying to take advantage of the situation where a risk of war looms larger on the Pakistan, and here he want to gain a tacit support of Pakistan and ISI for Khalistani cause. And simple we can understand, because if you look at the statement that he has given, he has said that Sikhs will support Pakistan. Why or when? When Pakistan will openly support the demand for Khalistan, well, Pakistan will raise this matter of Khalistan in the United Nations, and also will support the referendum in Khalistan. So obviously we can understand that his such remarks are not unconditional. It's not because he is in the favor of Pakistan. He is also trying to what you can call as prop up his own propaganda here. Now, Khalistan issue at the UNSC we have discussed, and the international legitimacy to the ongoing Khalistan referendum. That is largely what he wants from the Pakistan, and that is why he is towing the line of Pakistani politicians and Pakistani parliamentarians. Also, if you try to understand, it might be also we can say something that ISI is trying to use him to escape the retaliation. So that can also be one of the reason behind such kind of remarks. Now we try to understand how authentic is the statement. So as far as the Indian army and the Sikh soldiers are concerned, where he has mentioned that Sikh soldier would not attack Pakistan in case of conflict with India, this again is something that we can categorically reject, because we know that Indian army, it is known for its diversity, it is known for the unity, and includes thousands of Sikh soldiers, and they have served in Indian army with distinctions for generations. And Indian army is not what you can call as a heterogeneous ragtag bunch of soldiers who have assembled for certain tasks. This is one of the most professional army in the world, and that is why any such attempt of dividing army is nothing but futile in nature, which Pannu is trying to do here. Second is his remarks appear designated to fracture the unity in the entire country as such. So his claim about the Sikhs and Punjabis are nothing but again unfounded and a desperate measures. That is how we can categorically reject any of the concerns that should be whether we should have about his statement or not. So the question is, should we be concerned about such kind of statement? The answer is that, first of all, obviously, as far as the claims about Sikh and Punjabi loyalty is concerned, that is entirely baseless. There is no truth within it. Obviously, there are many people who are supporting Khalistan's demand both within India and outside of India, but these people make a minor percentage of the large diaspora of Sikh community and Punjabi population as such. Second, for many, this video feels like a desperate and dangerous attempt to take advantage of the national tragedy to further a separatist cause, and that is exactly what Gurpatwant Singh Pannun is trying to do here. Third, most of his claims, that in many part he has claimed that already many soldiers are not with India, many soldiers are supporting Pakistan, but this is again nothing but a baseless conspiracy theory as such, and it is part of a larger strategy, we can say, that generally a country like Pakistan adopts, or many terrorist groups adopt, to spread as much misinformation and confusion as possible, largely to take advantage of a delicate situation, especially when the emotions of people are running high in the country, in both India's side and Pakistan side because of the fear of war, India side because of the what you can call as the reaction to the dastardly attack that took place in the Pahalgam. So these groups are trying to take advantage of the situation as such. Now, in conclusion, what we can say, that authorities obviously time to time take cognizance of the separatist messaging or such kind of lies being spread on the social media, but voices like Pannu's continue to echo online, testing the limits of what we can call as free speech and national security, and how a balance between them can be ensured. Second is, as India prepares for its next move, one thing is clear, that we, to be successful as a nation, have to be united and not divided. So no matter what kind of messaging, what kind of what you can call as the controversial remarks are being made by terrorists or different groups, we as Indians should learn one lesson, and that is to stay united in the times of adversity, in times of challenges, and in such difficult times when we have faced such a brutal terror attack as such. That is all about this particular video. If you liked the video, please hit like button, share it with your aspirants, as well as subscribe to our channel for more such helpful content. Thank you very much.